with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
That's some music right there. We got him live again, live in the Monster booth. It's so nice that he had to be here twice. You got him live. We have Oliver Cronin. What's up, man?
What's up, man? It's so good to be here again.
I know.
Yeah.
You're a very tall gentleman.
I'm a very tall gentleman.
Yeah. How old are you, man?
I'm 22.
22.
22 and 6'5". Especially coming out here, I feel very tall.
Yeah. I mean, when did you get that growth spurt, man?
I've been tall my whole life.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I came out the womb bowling.
Did they expect you to be a ball player?
Yeah, I got bullied into playing basketball.
Yeah.
I never did, but everyone's like, you need to play basketball.
Can you dunk?
I could.
Yeah.
And now I've lost all my hops.
It's all about music. That's a journey.
Yeah, that's a journey.
And
for sure.
becoming a pop star at such a tall height. I mean, I've met 3 of y'all now. One is John Mayer, the other one is Rule, and the other one is you.
Rule's really tall, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, how is
thing.
that journey with music? I know you're into sports.
Yeah.
And then, for those who don't know, he is supposed to be a professional cricket player.
Yeah.
And, of course, a thumb injury.
Yep.
But what got you into music? Were you always into music?
I was always into it. I mean, my mom's a musician, so I was brought up around music, and it was always in my DNA as a child. And when I kind of got into high school, I fell in love with sports, and I was always a fan of music, but I was more into sport at that time. And yeah, as I broke my thumb and kind of couldn't play sport anymore for a short period of time, but I just went all in on music in that time, and I was probably like 16, 17 at that point.
And then what led you to, your mom introduced you to the music? What kind of music did she play?
Everything. It was a lot of world music. I mean, she studied in music in Tanzania for a bit of time. A lot of, rock. My dad was really into like Pink Floyd. And I was just exposed to just all sorts of music, which was really cool. She played all sorts of instruments. She was in a children's band when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I was just all around sound.
And the cool part is you picked it up with the instruments and everything because it was laying around the house.
Yeah.
Or is it more of like, Mom, can I get some lessons? Or is it like your mom?
Oh,
you gotta do music.
No,
son.
she got me into playing guitar, and I was always like drumming and tapping on things and making rhythm and beatboxing, and so she got me drumming lessons and got me a drum kit, and so I was always just playing music and singing, and yeah.
That's awesome. That's what you call, for the parents out there tuned in. That's supporting your child and, letting him discover what he or she wants to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And next thing you know, you found your way to music.
Exactly.
Now, when it comes to writing music, how does that process go for you?
It's different depending on kind of how I'm feeling in the moment. A lot of times I freestyle and just kind of speak whatever's on my mind at the time. Sometimes I, go and sit down and put pen to paper and really think about it.
Is that harder?
It's different. If I really want to make a deep pop song, I'll do that. But sometimes I just like to just freestyle and
just have fun with it.
Just have fun with it.
That's
how I started.
Yeah, get a good giggle in the room.
Exactly.
Get the ladies smiling.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But when it comes to freestyling, what would be the genre that you do?
It's like pop, hip hop, rap, R&B. I listen to all sorts of music, so I'm influenced by every genre under the sun, and so I kind of like see myself as a fusion of everything. And I get bored very easily, so sometimes I'll make a rap song, and sometimes I'll make a ballad, and sometimes I'll make a dance song. And I think genres nowadays are
genres are like TikTok.
Yeah,
it's everything on the newsfeed or whatever. You know what I mean?
And everyone's taste is so different these days, so which kind of helps me because I love every sort of music, so I make it all.
But how does it go now when you have all that ability, all that talent? How do you now encapsulate it to the sound that you want to put out, Oliver?
I just make music that I like listening to and I like to make. Obviously I make music for the fans, and I want to heal and help people, but at the same time I make music that I enjoy. And whatever that sounds like on the day is what it is.
Because the track we're hearing now is Balance. It's a very worldly sound.
Yeah, this is
You know?
it was one of my first proper ballads that I wrote,
Uh-huh.
and I wrote it for my fiance. I'm getting married next year, and so
Congratulations.
Thank you. So
How
this
did
is a
how did
song-
the proposal happen, man? How did it go
I
down?
proposed, man. It was so beautiful. I proposed in the south of France on our 7-year anniversary, and yeah, she said yes. So
Hey,
great.
Excited
And so I
for
wrote
you,
this. I wrote
man.
this song for the wedding.
Yeah, so this is the ultimate wedding song that you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then is there any, of course, when it comes to the proposal, there's going to be wedding plans already. Are y'all with the planners already sitting down?
We're starting. We're getting there. I
Yeah.
mean,
Who's in
it's
charge?
coming up. She is. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But she's all over it. So
Hey,
we're good.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Now with the music, is it going to take a pause? And
No.
then, or you just going to keep on going with it?
we
running with it?
found like a 2-week period where we
Mm.
can when I can have a bit of time off. But yeah, I just announced today I'm going on tour in Australia in January and then Europe in March. So yeah, it's a lot next year already. So we'll find time.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
fun. Yeah.
Now, with your personal life going as well, and then, of course, your professional life as far as your music and your passion, how do you keep the balance? You have everything going for
It's
you.
hard.
man.
It's actually really hard, and it's something that I'm still trying to figure out how. I think balance is so important. I mean, my song is called Balance, and it's kind of I wrote that song to do with my relationship, but also it's such a real thing with life, finding that balance between work and play. And sometimes when you get burnt out, the best thing to do is just to have a break. And that's something that I'm trying to, get better at.
I
to be
mean, a
honest.
day for you, how does it go if you're not on tour?
I'm usually in the studio or making content. And, if I can be in the right headspace, I'm not doing that. Because I feel guilty every time I'm not, like, in the studio. I'm like, I could be making music right now. But if it's not that, I'm usually just hanging out with my girl and just kicking it.
And then the goal is, of course, you as a musician. Is it like to be like Kanye? 4 summers, 100 songs, 100 beats, 1,000
I
beats, a
don't
million
know.
beats?
My whole goal is I just love making music and connecting with the world and with people. And if I can wake up every day and make music and travel the world, that's my dream. So
And that's what you're doing now.
it. So
You're living the
I'm
dream.
living the dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you were starting out with the music, when did you decide that I could do this professionally? And then who was the first person you let your song be heard?
Oh man, I was very embarrassed when I first started making music. I grew up in a small town and it wasn't a very popular thing. Like making music wasn't really a thing then. So I was I didn't show anyone for a period of time. And I'm a big believer in you can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it. And very early on when I started making music, I fell in love with the process and was like, this is going to be my career. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And yeah, I mean, I waited probably a year until I got like decent enough to show people. And I showed my mom first and my girl. I probably made music for like 6 months without telling my girl about it. And then I put it out to Instagram and people started finding out about it and then just kind of went from there.
So with Instagram, digitally making it big, creating a name, now doing your first live show.
That was
How was
scary.
that? Can you tell us? Can you walk us through?
It was really
first live
interesting
gig?
because I came up during COVID, so a lot of people come up doing gigs, and that's kind of how they get their name out there. But I came up during the pandemic, so I couldn't actually do that, which meant I was just locked into my room making music every day. So I got really good at doing that. But when it came to doing live gigs, I felt like my music was in a place where I was ready for it, but I, as an artist, wasn't really ready for it. So it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But practice makes perfect, and I've done a lot of gigs now, and it becomes easier and easier.
You could imagine the audience, right? I mean,
It was
for the
very
first
small
time-
back then.
Yeah.
But it's good. I love the journey, and I'm really about not skipping any steps and making sure you keep the growth is.
Do you have any tips that you could share with people out there who are upcoming singers who are still trying to get out of that bedroom? They made it in the pandemic at home. They probably had thousands and thousands of hits, but they're like, okay, time to take it on the big stage.
I think be prepared to play those small shows and to really grind that out, because even when I started, I was like, I don't want to play a small show. I want to wait till I can sell thousands of tickets and do shows like that. But it's all the building blocks. And as I said, I think not skipping any steps is really important.
'Cause that's when you'll truly feel the success.
Exactly,
right?
and
Yeah.
you have a foundation behind you
Mhm.
as well. Yeah.
You know, Oliver Cronin is joining us. He's live in studio for those that are watching us and listening here on The Monster. We're hearing his song Balance. He's talking about his journey in music. And now you got your gig. You got your, you're very famous now. Of course, you're here in the
Sure.
Philippines promoting and everything. Now, for you, who are the famous people you've met so far and you've got to somehow they enjoyed your music and you're quite surprised?
Let me think. I mean, probably the first real famous person I met, I went on tour with Nessa Barrett. And that was a really cool moment. I do a lot of remixes, and I remixed one of her songs, and she saw it and loved it and asked me to go on tour with her. And that was kind of the first big shows I ever played. And that was a really cool moment and a really cool cosign.
I mean, on TikTok, you're very known as well for remixing tracks, right? So, you have any tips for people out there who will do the remixes? Who's gonna try to do that kind of style?
Have fun with it. I think that's the biggest thing for me is I find remixes really fun, and being able to put my spin on someone else's track and kind of their story that they're talking about is a lot of fun. And I try and kind of put my own twist on it. And yeah, have fun and do songs that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
That's what I try and do.
Well, for those who don't know, this is your second time here in the
Yes, it
Philippines. So, of course, your trip so far, how has it been, man?
The best, man. It's a lot of fun. I'm lucky enough to have a community of people that I've met around here, a lot of artists. I've been in the studio with Lola Amore recently, and we filmed a video last night, which is very exciting. That's coming out at some point.
Yeah, how was it working with them?
Man,
was
that
it
was so-
with
that
the
was so much
songwriting
fun.
process and everything?
It was
how
so
did it go?
unique for me because obviously they're a big band, and I haven't really worked with bands of that size before. And their songwriting process is so cool. They just kind of get in the studio and jam it out and kind of see what happens, and that was so much fun.
What's the title of the song you're working on? Can you reveal? Can you give us a little sample of it?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the guy with the beanie shirt is just shaking.
I'd
his-
say no. I'd say not yet.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
soon. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a drop. Of course, you still got a couple of days here.
Yes,
You're looking to eat some fried chicken.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Jollibee's
Yeah,
after this.
yeah.
I wasn't gonna do it, but being convinced we're gonna try balut.
Oh, dude, that's good.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. It seems a bit scary, but I'm ready for it.
Try to get some chili garlic
Okay.
oil on it
The
if you like
the
it
vinegar,
spicy. And the
salt,
vinegar.
Yeah.
And also try sisig. Have you tried sisig? Did they feed
No.
you that? If you eat the pork, it's a pig's face and they chop
yeah,
it
I
up.
heard about
It's
yeah.
Anthony Bourdain's favorite.
Okay.
So you have it with a
we'll check
cold
it out.
beer if you're allowed to drink, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be
let's do
good.
it. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
Ready.
mean. And then of course, for all the fans, where can they catch you? You're gonna have a show.
I'm doing Wish Bus.
Mhm.
That's kind of the closest thing for that.
That's right. But no concert yet.
No concert yet. Not here.
All
at the
right.
moment.
Well, you're
Some
here on
pop-ups.
you're here on the Monster. We're glad you're here to join us. Now, for the remaining of the year, I know Christmas is around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your plan for Christmas?
Go back home, chill with the family.
Yeah.
Bit of time off. It's like the only time this year I've had time off, so I'm excited. I'm really
And
excited.
being single for the final year, because next year
Next
it'll be
year,
the wedding
officially
bell.
a married man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's exciting. I can't wait.
And for the rest of your music, is there going to be an album that works? I know this is an
Yeah.
EP, right?
So this EP is I've been writing an album called Paradise, and I haven't really hit Paradise. I wanted to drop this album when I've kind of in my version of Paradise, and obviously that changes all the time. And this EP is kind of it's called Halfway to Paradise. So it's everything that I've been working on leading up to the album, and when I get into the right headspace and the right sonic mindset for this album, then that's when that drops. But yeah, Halfway to Paradise we're on the way. We're halfway there.
Song sounds great, man.
Thank you.
And it is, of course, and indeed a love song for your upcoming wedding. Now,
Yes.
let's talk love. Here on the show, we have random questions and all
Okay.
that. Now, for you, I mean, you're so in love. What's the secret to this? And
I don't know if there is a secret. I feel like if I were to give any advice, I feel like just don't go looking for it. I feel like it just comes, right? I think that's the best love is when it just falls into your lap and you don't even know what's coming.
it's a natural, organic
It's a natural
feel
thing, and it's
yeah.
and don't be afraid of it. I feel like people are very scared of it, but it's the best feeling in the world.
And then also, you have any advice for the heartbroken ones who've gone through? I'm sure you've gone through a heartbreak years ago.
Of course. I mean, listen to Oliver Cronin. I'll help you through it.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. And last but not least, message to all your fans, man.
I love you and thank you for listening and supporting, and making my dreams come true. It's incredible.
And that's what that's what life's all
That's
about.
what life's all about.
You know.
It's,
Now, being a musician, what are the things you've purchased already for yourself? Can you remember your first paycheck? What kind of show was it, and what'd you buy for yourself?
I bought a watch. It wasn't smart. I recommend saving your money.
Yeah.
When I first got a paycheck, I spent a lot of money on clothes and jewelry, and now I don't wear any of it.
All that bling, right?
For nothing. Yeah, I feel like everyone goes through that.
Yeah.
But I recommend saving your money and spending it wisely.
That's the best thing you could ever tell
100%.
people now. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
But Oliver, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time.
Of
Thank you for
course.
joining us, here on The Monster. We'll see you again. Thank you for embracing the Philippines.
Of course. Anytime. I love it.
You know what I
here.
mean?
it
6'5"
here.
and all that.
Yes, sir.
Well, you take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Too. Thank you very
Here's
much.
a track. We're going to hear Oliver's Balance. Once again, for those that are tuning in, Oliver Cronin joins us here on Monster. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
There you have it. In behalf of Kayla Rivera, my name is Rico Robles. There you go. Life in balance. That's what he's doing. He's loving life, and he's living it. Till then, thank you guys for watching. We hope we inspire you a little bit today here on The Monster. This has been a Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX 93.1.